Ladies and gentlemen, our mission is a go. Hello everybody, welcome back to N-SightMSG. My name is N-Sight. Today we're going to be playing Fire Emblem Echoes. I'm sorry that I couldn't get this video out sooner, but I'm literally recording it the night before it goes up, so I apologize to everybody. Technically I'm recording it the day it comes out, just really early in the morning. As you can see, Sunday, 1:50 in the morning. If you're wondering why I'm opening on this segment here, I have initialized the game, this, that, the other. I'm starting from the very beginning, jumping right into the series, and I wanted to get sort of a more peaceful background sound in order to explain the rules of this Let's Play. Rule number 1, I am going to be playing through the entire campaign, start to finish, without the help of any DLC at all whatsoever. Any paid or free DLC that you can get through the internet. Number 2, I can only use amiibos to save characters, unlock the 2 dungeons that Alm and Celica can jump in, but I can only do them once per playthrough or whatever. I can only do them once per character, whatever. So I can only go in with Duma, with Alm once, and Mila with Celica once, those kind of things. I am not permitted to summon any Fire Emblem amiibo through the entire first and second act. I have to wait until Act 3 in order to do so. And in my current playtime on this, I only got through Act 1 on my own. On none of that, I got through Prologue and Act 1, and then I stopped. I'm going to be restarting from the very beginning. I've deleted my my file for that, so we're going to be continuing from a new file, new everything. And I do want to stress 2 more things before we get into the rest of the series, because this is going to be a very long video that I'm putting up. Well, this one is. The system itself is the 3DS, of course. This is meant to be played on the go over a long period of time. I'm going to be trying to basically play this thing within a whole 3 months. I don't know why I set it out for myself, but I feel like 3 months allows me to get through this quick enough, but at the same time I'm going to be playing it a ton so that I can put out an episode every single day the whole time I'm playing this game. Once I get to the very end of this, I will be opening it up to you guys whether you want me to do Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Fates next on this channel. I do want to get that out there. I did hint at one of those before, and I'm willing to do either of those after Echoes. But because this is technically the prequel out of all 3 of the 3DS games, I'll go more into that during the finale. I do want to at least start this gameplay and go all the way through. On top of that, I do need to stress one more thing. I am not going to be doing any Street Pass functionality. I'm not going to be doing any optional quests like this, that, the other. I will be doing everything story related. So anything you can do on your personal profile with only access to the amiibo and the game itself. Without further ado, let's go ahead and load up this brother. Get started.
Once upon a time, there was a god named Duma and a goddess named Mila who fought each other bitterly for an age.
I love how they're
Hey,
reading a storybook during this segment.
So much? Couldn't they just say they were sorry?
Let's promise we'll never end up like that, okay?
Yeah, nothing will ever come between us.
I love it how Alm's eyes and hair are both green and Celica's are both orange. This definitely made its way into my heart immediately. Just the stunning graphics. I already got to a very good setting stone. You can actually, to where I was, if you play all the way to there, you're tempted to continue on through the rest of the game. This whole game, in a sense, is just filled with, it's more like a movie in a sense. or a TV show, if you will. It's more cinematic than before. And Fire Emblem was really, really, really cinematic as a series. But there was more emphasis on the player character getting through the story and you overcoming a challenge without ever characterizing the main character. In this case, we're literally getting characters who define your story, and the story defines them in turn, back and forth. It definitely makes the world seem more connected in a sense. It's why I'm actually doing this one first, even for my first impressions of not even getting through the second... I didn't even start the second act, alright? But getting through the first act and then continuing on from then, it's just gorgeous. And I know I'm talking over the music, but I have to save myself from copyright here or there. That being said, this game feels more like a TV show than a movie, and I feel if you approach it that way, more as a TV show than a video game, you may actually get a lot from it. Now, Fire Emblem itself is a huge strategy-based game, and they lost quite a few changes between the previous 3DS games into this one, mainly because Gaiden, the game this is based on, is not the exact same, you know, Fire Emblem styled games that we all know and love. Turn-based, on the field, your weapons take damage whenever they deal damage. They can break after a little while, this, that, the other, whatever you want to call it. You have a limited inventory space, everything in that regard. This game defies all expectation, and I'm going to continue with the same difficulty I had prior. I am not a veteran Fire Emblem fan. I need to get that across right now. The 3 games that I have played hands-on and beaten... Sorry, excuse me. The 2 games I've beaten are on the 3DS. The 3 games that I own currently are all on the 3DS. The Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates, and Echoes Shadows of Valentia. In terms of technically I played Fire Emblem Heroes, but I didn't get too far into that, and that technically doesn't count. I did play most of, but not all of, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. The only reason why I didn't complete either of those games is because I was borrowing copies from friends of mine, and the emulator that I was using from a friend who he loaned the emulator to me after I'd gotten the game and played it for a while. But, I mean, there's not much in that regard, but we did run into some complications. The emulator corrupted. I have no way of playing the game now, and I can't finish the file that I was going to complete with because it got corrupted. Sorry to say. Regardless, all that aside, I am not a veteran Fire Emblem fan. That's what I meant to say. And I believe I've illustrated that perfectly, yet a little stretched out. Regardless, I'm going to be starting on normal mode, but because I am trying to get a little tougher in the way that I think, I'm going to be going into classic mode. Notifications, no thank you. You may choose to share your information, no thank you. I am literally going through the story, and that's about it. Flostem 402 VC. Spoiler alert, if you want to skip, I'm leaving the time code on screen.
Gods, no. Don't leave me, Celica. You can't. Celica! Celica! Say something, please! Celica!
Jeez. I feel sorry for the guy. The prologue begins. Alm and Celica. Avestim in the 300s or so.
Where did he go this time?
Everything is fully voice acted,
What's the
so I'm
matter,
gonna
Faye?
let them tell the
Don't tell me
story.
you're after him again.
Oh,
I
Gray?
will kind of be talking
Have
about
you seen all?
things here
I
and
can't
there,
find
so
him
if you want the
anywhere.
full cutscenes, you're
Oh,
gonna have to look
don't
elsewhere.
waste your
I'm
time
sorry,
looking for
people.
that
I'm
guy.
not.
Cliff. Wait, why not?
He and Celica
I'm not
went
one
out
of
for a
those guys
stroll in
who's
the
like,
woods.
alright, go ahead,
Saw
take
him
it, I don't
leave.
care about the money. At this
He's
point,
with Celica?
I really do not care about the money, but at the same time, I
Exactly.
kind of want to at
Again?
least keep
I
this
mean,
channel
Celica
more
just
professional,
moved to Rand
if you
Village,
will.
right? Nice to know we're so easily replaced.
He's not replacing us. Celica's his cousin. Of course they're gonna be close.
I hate to break it to you, Faye.
Huh?
Sir Myson only has one grandkid, and that's Alm. Celica is his ward. Mother told me. They're not related by blood.
Wait,
Cliff's moss spouting gossip?
I completely glossed over that segment. Moving on, I need to actually look that up. Is that true?
Past.
Stop that, would you? So does this mean... is Alm gonna marry her someday?
What, marry her? Are we having the same conversation? Oh, there you are. You guys will never believe this.
A ward is someone placed under the protection of a legal guardian. Okay, that would make more sense.
A real knight from the castle. Come on, let's go check it out. What? Why would a knight come here? Big fan of manure or something? I'm not missing this. He could be the last knight we see for months or years. Cliff, Faye, you coming?
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, wait up.
Alright.
Over here. Come look at this.
And here we are. We're finally in control of our character. If you have the new Nintendo 3DS system, you can use the circle pad to move around. You can use the C stick to move the camera. If you don't have the new Nintendo 3DS XL system, don't worry. The ZL and Z R buttons don't do anything. The R button recenters your camera, and you can look around in this capacity. What does the L button do again? The L and R buttons recenter the camera, but the R button allows you to zoom in and actually pick your position. So don't worry too much about that. I don't have access. Oh wait, you can do that with the... Okay, that helps. For those of you on the regular 3DS system, you can use the control pad to look around as well. Anyway, time to go talk to Celica.
What is it, Celica? You find something?
I made a wreath out of these flowers. Here, put it on.
Alright,
What?
the
No.
green hair that
Why
Alm
not?
has
I think it makes
is
you look
cool,
very handsome.
and the green eyes that he has, if they were put on a female,
Boys don't wear
those would be
wreaths.
beautiful.
Don't
Now,
call
on
it
top of that,
stupid.
they're
It
pretty
took me a long
masculine
time
eyes
to
as
make
well,
this.
so it's kind of like
Fine then. Maybe
weird.
I'll just give it to
Regardless,
Grandpapa
Celica's
instead.
You're kidding.
red
right?
eyes with her
Grandpapa
orange
knows a
hair
manly
actually
wreath
matches
when he
really, really
sees
well.
one, unlike
Wait,
some
is that
boys.
orange or red? It's red in the
Uh-huh,
photo.
Very funny.
Or picture.
You're picturing him wearing it. Admit it.
Jeez.
There's the smile I was looking for.
There you go.
Huh? What? Is something wrong?
No, I'm glad you've cheered up is all. When you first came to the village, you always wore such a dark expression.
Pretty much.
Plus, you never spoke a word. Grandpapa told me to be nice, but I wasn't sure how to make things better.
I've
Well, I think you did
got
just
that
fine.
shadow.
Each story that you told me, each flower you picked for me, each walk you took with me here in the woods.
Aww.
That all made a difference, Alm.
Come on, I didn't do anything special.
You just
Well,
looked
maybe
after a
you
girl
did.
you're gonna marry in the
I'm sorry
end.
that my first words to you were so
Maybe.
unkind.
Are you talking about when you called me a boar or a clown?
Hey, I said I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just never had
Never
any
mind.
friends my age.
Wow.
So I guess I wasn't used to boys like you.
Well, I'd never met a girl like you either. Don't let it get to you.
Say, why are you so nice to me?
Why? Do I need a reason? I mean,
No?
I guess it's
You
because I
don't.
never
You
knew
don't
my
need a reason,
parents,
dude.
I have no siblings, and Grandpapa has always forbid me from setting foot outside the village. You're like a window to a world that I've never had the chance to know.
Understandable.
Is that a good enough reason, or... Oh, hey!
What is it?
See this? We have the same mark.
Yes?
Boom. Boom.
Except yours is on your left hand and mine is on my right.
Here's the problem.
Well, that makes us close.
They both... One's on the palm, and
I suppose it does, in a strange sort of way.
hers is on her
I
right
wonder why the
palm,
marks are so similar.
and Alm's is on
Because they're
his
special.
right
It
hand.
proves that the two of us belong together. Always. That is, if you're not already tired of a clod like me making you laugh.
Of course not. So, do you mean it? We'll always be together?
Yes, I promise. Isn't that what you want?
Yes, of course. You have my word. I'll never leave. Ah!
What? That was Faye.
Is she in trouble?
It came from beyond those trees. Come on.
Okay.
Let me go.
Oh, here. I've completely forgotten this in a span of 24 hours. That's kind of sad.
After days of the same old trees, such cherubic faces are welcome indeed. After all, where little brats play, we'll find a village, I say.
Listen well,
I
you
didn't listen to the guy's raspy voice at that point.
loyal knights in service to His Majesty.
This guy's a jerk!
May the powers bless
I-
you in His name until the end
I
of
can't
days.
wait to kill him.
Hereby command you to lead us to your miserable line of hovels, where you shall have the honor of dining us and otherwise providing all comforts. It shall be an evening to remember. So lead on, and make haste now.
But... Oh, we can't just... We'll get the scolding of our lives if we bring strangers to the village. Good Sir Knight, if I may.
I like Gray a lot,
Our
and
home is
you'll
but
see
a
why.
small village. To call it a line of hovels is too generous. We do not wish to offend you, and you are clearly deserving of so much more. So please, we humbly implore your great mightiness to...
You, boy, have you an older sister?
Me? I have two, actually. What about him?
That'll suffice. We'll take all the food and drink you can muster, and your sisters can serve
I
it.
really don't like this guy at
wager
all
we'll get
whatsoever.
naught but pig feet and horse piss, but so be it. I shall force it down if I must.
I must... Oh, boy.
God, Cliff, shut your hole. Don't cry in front of him. But Gray, we should all be crying, Gray. We're not really gonna take him to the village, are we? Hey, I don't like it either. If I knew the royal knights were such royal turds, I never would have.
Yeah, no, that's what you get for running
Children,
off.
little squirrels, I am not a patient man. If you do not wish to entertain us the one way, you can entertain us the other. Perhaps we shall remove your tiny heads from your shoulders, one by one. You first, Philly. Don't worry, lass. I'll make a nice clean cut.
Jeez.
Back off!
Here we are. You can tell when Alm is taking scene because there will be that little red
Get away from my friends. You're not
segment
going to set one
underneath.
foot in our village.
that pops
Is
up.
that so? Someone neglected to teach this mangy pup any manners. You there, girl. Show me your face.
No!
By the gods, it really is her. How you came to walk among these animals is beyond me.
Good
Regardless,
question.
You shall make a fine
Deadly
prize to
curious
take back
about
to
that.
Japan to say.
Not deadly curious about how she came to walk among animals because I don't believe that villagers are animals, but jeez. But I'm definitely curious about what Celica's actual lineage is.
You base-born, barn-bred. So be it. You will stave off your death sentences no longer, especially you.
I like how he has his hands out like this. It's like,
The mother can't save you now.
it's out of my hands now.
Huh?
Jeez.
Grandpapa?
What? Myson? What are you doing in a backwater wasteland? But I think I know.
I gotta say, I love Sir Myson.
Now this is indeed good fortune.
Are you kidding me,
We never
Slade?
finished what we started in the flames that night, old man. I have much to repay you for. I mustn't forget all my virtues, after all.
Children, run to the cemetery up ahead. Go on now.
If you're wondering who Myson is and why the voice sounds familiar to those who watch the trailers but have not played the game, Myson is the same character that was doing all of the trailers that Nintendo officially released. He was the narrator for that. The same voice actor did that for you. And in a sense, Myson is a bonus segment.
Listen well, children. We will drive these ruffians away, but you must follow my every command.
What? But we're no match for them.
You kidding me, all?
Serious, Grandpapa?
He's always serious. It's just that this time he's also crazy. We can't do this. Half a dozen children can't win against mountain.
I love it. Alright, hang on. So this is with no 3D on. 3D on. Just kind of... It makes the back of the screen wobble on my capture tools.
The only way you're going home is by fighting as if your life depends on it.
There we go.
Celica,
Sir.
I trust you to remember some of what I've taught you with the sword.
There you go.
Now, clear the mind, steady the hand, and show me what you've learned.
There we are.
Only you can get yourselves through this. Are you ready? I want you to follow my every command. First, get yourselves to a safer position.
There's a lot in terms of the slide guides, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to turn those slides... Ah! Dang it! Combat forecast, standard, game speed fast, skip actions, units I don't control, nope. Smart end, yes. Curse memory, nope. Grid, on. Horizontal camera, normal, vertical camera, yep. Auto advance. Speaker mode. I love how they have boy, girl, boy, 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 girl, Gold Knight. Alright, Myson. He's our Frederick for this opening chapter. Just letting you know.
Don't try to pursue them.
And if you're wondering who Frederick is, you'll see if I ever get around to Fire Emblem Awakening. But I have a feeling that most of you who played Fire
Take
Emblem
shelter in the trees there. They can provide cover.
know what I'm talking about.
Remember, always use the surrounding terrain to your advantage.
Here we go. And waiting here.
All right.
I'm going to try and move out this way.
Watch this.
Stay in the forest.
Okay.
Let me at him.
I'm gonna move you here, actually. And Myson,
Follow me.
I'm gonna move you right here. Grave can protect you. The grave over here can protect you.
You're no match for me.
I love it. The horse kicks it. The horse blocks and goes, boom! You're out. Watch as Myson slays them all.
I'll not be stopped.
Oh, this is going way smoother than I thought.
Be at peace.
Superior position all around. Jeez. Terrain is being used to my advantage. There we go. Even better. Alright. This is a grave. That's a plane. I'm gonna go ahead and use that to my advantage. There we go. Boom. If I can make my this first battle without losing any units, I think we'll be good to go. Oh, terrain effects.
I'll do my best.
Wait here, girl.
Alright.
Okay, Tobin, move forward. Get to the grave. There you go there. Phase right here. Alright. Craig can move there. Celica move forward to here. Tobin, yeah, move to this grave here. You stay here, Cliff. Wyson, move here.
Get lost.
Whoa! I want to move Cliff out of the way, but he's still in the trees. Move Myson down here. Attack you, clean, clean. Take that, brother.
Age before beauty.
Age before beauty. 0 damage for my entire army. That is the best way to go. Jeez.
General Desai will be eager to learn that we have found her. The princess who refuses to die.
Jeez. Battle complete. Oh, I have to press the A button. There. Okay. As you can see, no data slots. Let's go ahead. Boom!
We did it! We actually did it! Look at him run, Grandpapa! So, wait. How did we do that exactly?
Your guess is as good as mine, dude.
It's all in the wrist. You wish. We only survived because we did
Hang on.
exactly as Sir Myson commanded. Oh
Okay,
yeah?
good. That's the
Does that
same
mean
thing.
Sir Myson commanded you to sob like a baby?
How can you guys joke about this?
Jeez.
Grandpapa, Celica, that was great!
Nope, no it wasn't.
What? You're not happy? We saved the village from those despicable knaves! We're heroes! I mean, if nothing else, we're not dead. You could at least crack a smile.
You don't understand.
Now that they know Celica is here, they will stop at nothing. It's no longer safe for her to stay in the village.
Jeez.
What? But why? It doesn't have to be like that. Tell him, Celica.
I'm so sorry, I know that you would have kept your promise.
Don't apologize, Celica.
This
Just
breaks
tell me that
this
this
breaks
was a
my heart.
mistake.
The fact that they were so
That you don't
close
have to
at
go.
this age,
It
and
is
yet
already
fate
settled,
forces them
and we
apart.
lack the time to discuss it further. Get back to the village and pack your things, Celica. Hurry.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second. Explain this to me, Grandpapa. Why are you making her leave? I want to know.
No, my boy. I fear that's a page you don't want to turn. Not yet, at any rate.
Because when I'm turning,
Great.
we're gonna check on
I
this.
won't let you do this to her. She needs me.
I am.
You? A foolish boy who won't listen to reason? Celica has proven she has the strength to make hard choices. Yet
Yet what of you?
Please, don't take her away.
Would you mind looking after something for me?
But this is your good luck charm. You never take this off. It's special.
Yes, it is. And now it's yours. I want you to keep it close always. As close as you would have kept me.
This is one of those moments where it's like
Not that I actually remember, but
they're trying to hit you in the feels really early on, and it sometimes
you're
helps.
not taking it.
But
I'm
it's
giving it.
there's always
I
this
pray that it keeps you
overlooming
safe.
aspect of
Take care.
solemn tones
Wait,
throughout the entire adventure.
Celica.
At least throughout the first chapter.
Well, this turned into a fine mess.
You said
You
it,
don't know
Tobin.
why she's leaving or even where she's going. Whatever Sir Myson knows, he isn't telling the likes of us.
True.
Hey,
True.
not everything is our business. I just feel bad for her, you know?
But
She and Olm are different.
in what way, Gray?
In a way. In every way.
Oh, he said what way? Oh, jeez.
Are you certain,
I am
Celica?
in sync with this
Yes.
world to some
If I try
degree,
to say
but
goodbye to
not a
him,
very
I'll
good
just end up
degree in
crying.
that sense.
Grandpa... Sir Myson? Where will I go next?
Don't call him Sir Myson, that's just gonna make me cry.
I have a place in mind. Perhaps it's time to call
I've
on
got
an old friend. Under his care, I am
something I need
certain
to take
your
care of real
enemies will
quick.
never find you. Forgive an old knight for failing
There
you.
we go.
Princess, had the mother willed it, I would have stayed by your side and protected you to my dying days. But I cannot leave Ram Village. Not yet.
You don't need to apologize, Sir Myson. I regret nothing. The days I spent here with you and Olm were wonderful. The experiences I had and the friends I
There we go.
made all mean the world to me. You don't have to be my shining knight, Sir Myson. You just have to promise to always be my grandpapa.
Of course.
Celica! Celica!
You came for me.
I want to make a new promise.
I do love
When
the...
I'm older and stronger, I'm going to find you. It doesn't matter where the world hides you or how long it takes. I promise to find you. So please,
I do love the
don't forget
the cinematic
okay?
images
I can never
here
forget you, Olm.
in the...
And I promise too. I'll be waiting for the day we can meet again. But for now, I have to go.
Where on earth did I put it?
Grandpapa,
Yes, child.
I put it here somewhere, but I don't
do you think I'll ever see him again?
I do. So long as destiny wills it.
I'm looking for something, one moment.
So be it.
There it is. Ah. 3DS is overheating and I'm gonna have to take care of it. This way. I don't want to do it this way, but I have to. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. Thanks for joining me for part 1, at least for those of you who are still here. Don't worry, I'm still going to keep playing for a little bit. But once we get to a point where I no longer am a part of tutorials or missions or this sort of thing or that sort of thing, I will finally...
Once the gods themselves walked these lands. Our continent of Valentia was home
Once I'm
to two
once
of
I'm finally
them,
through
sibling
with
gods named
the
Duma
first chapter or so,
the elder god Duma
I'll be
believed
ending it there
mankind
for
must be
tonight
ruled by
and this
strength,
episode
lest we
right
become
here.
corrupt. While his
Everything
sister
else
Milla
after that
believed we should
will
be
all
free
be
to pursue
in
lives
turn
of pleasure
in
and
sessions. So
comfort.
tomorrow
The two
is the
clash
recording of
ceased
session
in
1, where it'll
It
be
was a
7
long
episodes
dark age
released,
before the bitter
one every
conflict was
day, all the way
resolved
through.
with the binding of a divine
I know I'm talking over
accord.
the cinematic cutscene.
Valentia
I'm
would be
very sorry
divided
about
in
that.
twain, with
Um,
Duma ruling the north and Milla ruling the south. And
And
in
Duma
order to
to this,
secure a lasting peace,
north and
each
Milla to the
pledged
south.
never to violate the other's dominion.
You can
For
try that if
millennia,
you want,
this accord
but
was honored, and peace did indeed
I hear
reign.
tell that some things are gonna be said
In
otherwise.
time, the kingdom of Zofia, which Milla founded in the south,
Yeah.
prospered with the goddess's love and blessings.
There we go.
Hers were a happy people who knew no toil and lived free of hardship.
Pretty much.
Milla's gifts spoiled the Zophians, and it was only a matter of time before they sank into depravity.
Yeah, that's the sad thing about it. If you have gifts,
While
you're
in the
good,
north,
and they
Duma had built his own empire. Tempered by
they're all
harsh
pleasurable
lands and even
gifts and that
harsher
sort of thing.
teachings
They
of their
will
fierce
eventually
god,
corrupt you.
The people of Rigel had grown strong. But in their quest for power, the Regelians had let their hearts grow cold and numb to all kindness. Both halves of the continent were in a fragile state, and the cracks had begun to show. And now, Valentia lies on the cusp of a terrible war that could forever alter its history.
Exactly. Act 1, Zophia's Call. on 1 second. I need to get my charger. For my backpack. Jeez. I'm kind of sad that you couldn't.
Well done, We'll end today's training here.
One moment,
Your
guys.
swordsmanship has come a long way.
I know I'm preoccupied. I'm sorry.
You really think so? You're not just saying that.
You gotta get what you gotta get.
Either I'm getting old or you're getting better. And we both know I'm not old.
Well, good. Then that means you're ready to let me travel outside the village.
No. Shit.
Don't misconstrue my words, boy. The rule still stands.
But why?
Alright,
I'm not
I
a
gotta
child
fix something.
anymore.
Be right back.
You just said I can fend for myself. If I meet with any dangers, I'll have my sword and my wits.
That's not what this is about.
Then what is it about? Look, I've heard from the others. I know the drought's made Zofia a scary place. People are starving, and many have turned to thievery and plunder. Brigands loot villages for a mere sack of grain, and soon they'll be at our door. And don't think I haven't heard what the Regalian army has been up to. They've been crossing the border for years in violation of the Divine Accord. And
No
with that
kidding.
sacred bond broken, now the terrors have resurfaced as well.
All true.
Zofia is full of innocent people who are looking for help. Please,
Well,
Grandfather.
I'm working on my 3DS
I
system
want
to try
make
and
a
fix
difference
the
in a world
heating
bigger than a
problem.
handful of houses. I want to see all the amazing places you've told me about.
I know it.
That Celica told me about.
Oh, jeez, loud.
Suppose you do set forth with your sword and your wits. So what? Will the grand story of your life be how you met the end of a brigand's axe? Before you dream of changing the world, learn your damn place in it.
He's got a point. Oh. My bad.
And no more talk of leaving.
What's his problem?
We'll be playing for a little
Why
little
teach me
bit
to use a
longer,
sword if you're not going to let me fight?
but
Every day in this place is exactly the same as the next. I
have to
know
be very
I'm
careful
meant for
though,
more than this.
because one wrong
But you
move
have to let me
and
find it.
something will give way.
Huh? What's all the commotion? It's coming from the gates.
Alright, so I want to kick my feet up. My desk is a little cluttered underneath, and I'll need to fix that when I wake up in a little bit. But there are a couple of things that you can do when you're exploring a village or wherever. Talk, if there's someone there. Examine. And pick up items. The orange tree, you can get an exclamation. I remember climbing this orange tree as a kid, even fell out of it once. Boom. You can get a splitting axe. That's it for here. Move to the next location, the square. And if you examine the area around... Oh, and menu opens your menu, and you can save and continue on from there. But examine. There is flour here. You can get a carrot here. I think... Nope. That's the well. There we go. Drinking water. I was like, well, you're not going to let me pick up the drinking water, are you? There's a lot of villagers here.
What I wouldn't give for some food. It's been years since we've had a proper harvest. Can't grow much without rain.
True.
Why has Milla forsaken us? What's happened to the Earth Mother? She's killing us by withholding her blessings. The Regalian Empire will seize our lands, and we'll be too weak to resist. You've heard how well-trained their soldiers are, haven't you?
Yeah, I
They've
have.
never toiled or fought for a thing, and we're about to pay for it.
Ram Village used to be known across the kingdom for its magnificent wine, but alas, it's been ages since anybody made a new batch. Valentina's fanciest nobles would send orders for ram wine from far and wide. If there are any bottles left, they're likely to be aged to perfection by now. A wine that mature would taste absolutely incredible. I'd give anything for one more glass before Mother Milla calls me home.
Well, if it isn't you all finished with today's training? I still remember when you were only this tall, and now look at you. Sir Myson has certainly made a strong young man out of you. I say Sir Myson, but the story is your grandfather was once a famous general.
Still.
General Myson. I always wondered why such a fellow would end up here. Then again, the woods around Ram have become dangerous as of late.
Yeah, okay.
Perhaps it's for the best that we have him. And you to keep us safe.
For the moment. Young man.
It's good to know our plight has the nobility so grief-stricken.
Pretty much.
King Lima dances at the end of Chancellor Desay's puppet strings. The king would rather eat grapes and frolic in a seraglio than actually rule. It's no wonder the kingdom's being torn apart by rebellion after rebellion.
Okay.
I wish someone would come along and save us from ourselves already. What's
Jeez.
that? The Mother Milla? I could waste my prayers on a goddess as useless as her.
You're the reason why she's not saving everybody, dude. Alright. I'm moving to the front gate.
Hey, this fellow's here to see Sir Myson. He was just about to tell us more.
I'm going to examine the area. Get the flour. The hard bread. I do want to collect as much of this stuff as I can so that I do not have to go back to it. There's an arrow there. There's nothing up there. Alright. Talk to Gray.
Sorry, pal, but I still can't trust a man in full armor. Keep one hand on your
dude.
hilt while you talk to this guy, yeah?
Alright.
A knight? Can you believe it? What's he doing in our village? You'd have to practically ride off the edge of the map to find this place.
Somewhat. Not that bad.
He's sure come a long way just to find a whole lot of nothing. Whatever he's here for, I hope he hasn't brought any trouble with him.
Maybe not with him, but he was
how
in
sword practice?
trouble before,
Everything
maybe.
go okay? Sir Myson is far too hard on you. I hope you don't have any new bruises.
I'll be fine. Alright. This guy's name is Lucas.
Good day. You must be Sir Myson's grandson. Alm, was it? My name is Lucas. I fight for the Deliverance.
The Deliverance? What's that? Aren't you one of the Knights of Zofia? The King's Knights?
Oh, I see. I suppose that means word hasn't yet reached your village. In that case, please forgive me for heralding such dark news, but King Lima IV is dead. He met his end some days ago at the hands of Chancellor Desay.
What? You're saying it was regicide?
I fear so.
No, not
Since
Reggie
Desay
Ice,
sold
Regicide.
Zofia to the Regalian Empire. His soul.
The first time I heard that word, I thought immediately, like, Reggie Ice, wait a second, that's a Pokemon. No, Regicide, as in, like, homicide, but it was a regal ruler, a monarch, if you will.
Sir Clive, of the Knights of Zofia you mentioned, would have none of it. He formed an army to free us from Regal, and named it the Deliverance. However, we are outmatched and fast losing this war. We need a hero's aid. And so, I have come to the home of one of Zofia's greatest heroes, Sir Myson. Do you see, Alm? Sir Clive would not have sent me were it not urgent. Will
He's
you
essentially
take me to see
wanting
your
us to boost the
grandfather?
morale. It's the main thing in a
yes,
sense.
of course.
So he's hoping Sir Myson can boost
Good
the
God,
overall
Let's-
morale.
I knew Zofia was in hot water, but is this guy serious? So there's going to be a war? There already is one from the sound of things.
Cliff's just saying it as it is. Phase kind of.
What'll happen to Alm?
You got me.
What's gonna happen to him? Literally the whole character. Like, I can tell immediately after like the third map or so, you guys are
Were you
gonna
able to speak with
understand
my
what everybody's
grandfather?
character is.
What did he say?
He said no. Sir Myson made it clear he has no intention of joining the Deliverance.
What? But he's ridiculously strong. He could
So are
defeat
you,
some
by the sound of
sneaky
it.
Chancellor with his eyes closed. Why would he refuse when so many people are suffering?
I cannot speak to Sir Myson's thinking, but it seems we misplaced our hopes. I'll have to return to our hideout and bring Sir Clive the ill news.
The ill
Perhaps
news.
Myson has simply grown too old for the battlefield. It was good meeting you, Alm. I must be on my way. Thank you again for your assistance.
I'm gonna try and... Jeez, my glasses will not fix.
He's tougher than men half his age.
If you're wondering, I've dropped my glasses probably 5 times, and one of those times,
Lucas,
it actually bent the frame.
What is it?
So that's why my glasses are crooked.
I'll join the Deliverance.
You?
Oh, what the hell? You can't do that. Wait, can you do that?
Tobin's kind of
You fight
unsure
like a
there.
beast, and they'd be lucky to have your sword. But this isn't sparring with your Gramps, Alm. You're volunteering to go to war.
That's
I
understandable.
know what it is. And if Grandfather won't do it,
That's
then I'll do it for him. Consider my sword as his.
still... Ugh.
I understand how you feel.
I just want to fix my
Sir
glasses and be
Myson's been
done with
teaching
it.
me to use
Just
the
like,
blade since I
no,
was a
none
boy.
of that.
I've received tutelage in military tactics, medicine, weather, terrain. I know as much about war as any man who has never seen one can. Let me fight for
I know
him.
more than you!
I'll prove he's no cowardly old man.
Jeez.
He's a
I've
warrior
done
who
research. I've done
trains
research that
warriors.
that even the Fire Emblem characters would be like, ooh, this guy's good.
Huh? Then you mean... Oh, come on. You can't be serious.
Why not? Alm presents a good case.
He does.
He has a hero's blood in him, and clearly a hero's fire.
Yay.
His presence is sure to raise the troops' morale.
By the way, I'm not showing you what this can is. That way it's non-sponsorship and no ads, so it's not a
Especially now
sellout.
that he'll be doing it for the Deliverance.
Thank you, Lucas.
If you want to try and match it up, leave a comment in the...
I've
or
seen a lot of
leave
cake
your guess in the
tasting my
comments
day.
below to see what this is.
really takes the cake.
I'm sorry to detract from the game.
You should back out of this. It's far too dangerous. If anything were to happen to you, I mean, just don't do it, okay?
I'm sorry, Faye, but I've made up my mind. But maybe all of you could come with me.
What?
Splendid idea. Maybe we could all get impaled on the same lands. I'm just saying we could do it together.
Fighting, I mean, not the lance. I love it. He's like,
Grandfather
really?
trained all of us,
You're
right?
gonna get all of us to
Not
fight
just
together?
me.
We're all gonna
All
die
know how to
together.
use a sword and a bow. So what's the problem? Are you insane? We were sparring with wooden fences and tree trunks. They don't hit back. Oh, sod it all. I'm not as bright as I'd like to think I am, so count me in. Great. Not you two.
I'm not as smart. He's literally going, I'm not smart, so
Might as well bring the
why the
fun
heck
out.
not?
But you're gonna... I mean, once they...
You
on,
have
man.
my thanks, Gray, and the Deliverance welcomes you. In the end, we need every able fighter we can get. There
True.
will be much to learn, but I can teach you a great deal in battle. And you'll be
Pretty
given a
soon,
proper
too.
wage, of course.
Wait, you mean we get paid? As in actual money?
Of course. Our soldiers work hard and sacrifice much. We would be remiss not to offer compensation.
I've got little brothers and sisters who could use that gold.
This guy's a family
Mom
man,
and Pa
which
struggle to make
I
ends
can
meet.
definitely agree with.
But if there's a way to help...
And there's a
Tobin,
specific
you don't have
use
to
for
go if you
him
don't
that I
want to.
want to be able
Why don't
to
you all
take
a
advantage
little time
of,
to think
so
about it? Let's split up for now.
I
Meet back here later.
definitely have an idea
I
of
need
what
to
the
go
cast is
thank
going
my
to be
grandfather
exactly.
and say goodbye.
So. By the way, if you're wondering why oh, there we go. If you're wondering why I said that, I'm specifically talking about the fact that all of them are villagers and they can reclass into anything
Grandfather, I'm home.
after a little while,
Do you have
with
a
the
minute?
exception of Alm.
There's
He's a
something I need to
fighter, so
speak
he
with you
doesn't have a
about.
reclass able to.
Grandfather? Where is he? Grandfather? Grandfather!
It's like as soon as he got there, he left. I'm gonna head back to the square, talk to people. Skipping that. I've already seen this.
Oh, is it true you're leaving the village? You'll be sorely missed. Just be careful here. The woods outside Ram are dangerous enough.
Yep.
But once you're through them, you'll hit Fleecer's Forest. The place is crawling with brigands. No one gets through that wood alive.
Lucas did, so we'll be fine.
My word, can you believe it? The king murdered. What do you suppose happens now? He has no heirs, you know.
Yeah,
not
true.
anymore, I mean.
What do you mean, not anymore?
They say Chancellor Desay himself murdered all of them in cold blood.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anyway, hope this deliverance knows who they'll be delivering to that throne.
Well, right now it's a
I heard what
hero
the
in
knight
that
said,
sense.
but it sounds like a load of horse plop to me.
Horse plop?
Everyone knows
Come
it's
on.
Sophia's fault that Regel invaded in the first place. King Lima refused to help the
jeez.
Regalian Empire during their famine, remember?
And now that we have a
No
famine,
emperor
they're
would
invading
take
us.
kindly to that little slight. Such a shame. The kingdom and the empire had been getting along so well. The king may be dead, but his choices live on. Ain't that always the way of it?
It's kind of sad. Considering what this turns into later on in the adventure, or later on in the timeline,
Oh, there he is.
I'm very
over
interested
here.
in where this is going.
Tobin, does this mean you're coming with us? Sure am. I could tell Mom and Pa we're worried, but I think they'll understand.
Yeah.
Listen, everyone. Try not to be amazed when I show Ulm up on the battlefield.
Keep that line in
They don't
mind.
pay extra for that, right, Moneybags?
There's nothing wrong with fighting for coin. Many people do. We don't have any rules stating one's reasons must be noble. Now then, Alm, were you able to say goodbye to your grandfather?
I tried, but I couldn't find him.
Well, that is vexing. I suppose we could tarry here a bit longer if you...
It's all right. Let's go.
There we
Oh.
go.
Are you certain?
I can write him a letter. Come on. We can't wait forever.
So be it. I'll defer to your judgment.
Lucas, Gray, and Tobin joined you.
I'm coming too. I'm staying with you no matter what. End of discussion.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Cliff,
You know, I
buddy.
guess I don't mind going along. The Deliverance is fighting all across Sophia, right? Well, I've always wanted to see the world, and now's my chance. All I have to do is not get killed. Easy, right?
You don't know how devastating that is for you. Let's go ahead and move on. By the way, I'll be trying to recruit everybody that I can, but again, I'm doing a blind
you sure
playthrough
about
after
this?
the first act, so...
Not sure about what? Not saying goodbye to your grandfather. My mom and pa have all my brothers and sisters to look after them. I mean, sure, they'll miss me. Or I hope they will, at any rate.
I know my
But
parents missed
family
me when
will
I
help
moved
them
out.
Get by, you know? But all Sir Myson has for kin is you.
Yeah.
And all you have is him. I know. But considering he's never let me take one step outside the village, I doubt I could have talked him into letting me join an army. Not that it would have changed things either way. I have to go. Not just to prove him as a teacher, but to prove myself to me. Well, you've always wanted to put Ram behind you, right? This is your big chance. Your first adventure writ large. We'll call it Alm's Epic. Or maybe The Tale of Gray. Plus that one guy. I don't think so. Although, I admit...
We'll
there
call
might
it
be
The
a little
Shadows
truth
of
in what you're saying.
Valentia.
It's almost
That is
as
a
if I
better
feel
ring to
someone
it than anything you
calling
guys
out
could
to
come
me.
up with.
So you really have gone crazy then? Well,
Viewers,
so
by the way, if you guys want to figure out
Look,
what this
I know
tale
how
should
it
be
sounds,
called, leave a
but it's the
comment
truth.
down below, and I'll see
do
if
you
I
think
can.
it's Celica? What?
I'll see if I can
Celica?
start calling him that
Where the
in
heck did
on the
that
Sunday
come from?
episodes. So
Oh, please. You two were inseparable while she was here. You barely made any time for us. I guess that's true. Maybe it is her. Celica. Are you the one who's been calling me? I know that you're out there.
I love how he's clutching the
don't
little
know
good
where,
luck charm in his
but
hand
I can
as
feel it.
he's
I
thinking
hope
about
this
her.
journey will bring us together again.
Wrong hand. It's the left hand. It's his left hand.
First, we should make for the southern outpost.
Yeah, okay,
The
I've got it
Say's
from the
men
front.
hold it for now, but my fellows in the Deliverance have been fighting to reclaim it. The Deliverance hideout lies beyond the outpost.
Here we go.
We'd best prepare ourselves for a long journey.
Alright. So, advancing is essentially like moving on a battlefield. You're gonna press A, move in a direction, or press the A button to enter structures. That sort of thing. I'm gonna leave it off here for now. I am already at 1 hour. So that is today's episode of Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. Me in real time, I'm going to take a break. I'm gonna take a nap. Well, maybe not a nap, but I'm actually gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna record more footage, and that footage is gonna be out tomorrow. So when you guys are seeing this on Sunday, I'm gonna put the next episode out tomorrow. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Mindsight Games. My name is N-Sight, and I'll see you all next time when we continue with our first trek through the First of Flostum. Which, I'm wondering if that's, like, I'm wondering if First of Flostum, what Flostum would be, in terms of timeline-wise. Regardless, we'll continue the adventure shortly. See you guys later.